It's Pat from Pat's Music. Thank you for joining me for another video. First in a new series, top 5 Metallica riffs. These are my favorite Metallica riffs. If one of your favorite Metallica riffs is not in this list, leave a comment below and I'll come back and do another top 5 Metallica and I'll join it up with that. If there's another bands that you want to hear or see or learn their top 5, like AC/DC, Queen, whatever, leave a comment below and I can add that to the list. But otherwise, grab your guitars. Lots of distortion, and the way that I've panned out this video is the first comment below will take you to the links to the different songs, so check out the ones that you want. Lots of distortion, tune up your guitar, have some fun. So it wouldn't be much of a list without Seek and Destroy, so let's check out Metallica's Seek and Destroy. So I'm going to show you how to do it with multiple fingers, so this might be a little bit trickier than what you're used to, but I'm going to teach you the proper way and how I would suggest playing if you're just starting out. So first things first, there's a lot of palm muting. So you're going to be resting that meaty part of your palm on the strings, so it gets that sort of a muted sound as opposed to open. Okay, so you start off with 2 palm mutes on open A, open 5th string. Then have your first finger on the 7th fret of the 3rd string, that G string. Now what you do is you play that string, hammer on with your 2nd finger right next to it, so you only pick once. So you only pick once. So you only pick once, and then pick again the 7th fret. So it sounds like this. And at speed. Great. Once you've done that, you actually keep that palm muting on that 5th string, but you move your first finger up a string to the 7th fret. So now 7th fret on the D string, and it do the exact same thing, but you only palm mute once. So what we've got so far? Just practice that to begin with. So now you're up to the tail end, so you play the open 5th string, muted, then your 2nd finger on the 8th, your 1st finger on the 7th. Just like that. Then move your 1st finger down a string to the 5th fret, and you play 5th fret on that lower string, then 7th fret with your 3rd finger back on the A string. Then you drop that shape down a string and you play 5th fret with your 1st finger on the G string, and then 3rd finger on the 7th fret of the D string. So, and I would have, the 5th frets, I would have them ring out. And that whole last part. And you play that 8 times. Once you've played it 8 times, you've got this little tail end lick. So let's learn that. So, 3rd finger on the 9th fret of the G string, you play 9th fret, then 1st finger on the 7th. 3rd finger upper string onto the 9th fret. Back to your 1st finger on that 7th fret of the G string. Let's just practice that. Right, and the last little bit is all on that D string. You use your 3rd finger and you play the 9th fret, then the 2nd finger on the 8th, then your 1st finger on the 7th. Little chromatic walk down. Now when you're holding the 7th, you slide back 2 frets to the 5th. And then there's then that's the next part. But that's the last part of the riff. So what we've got so far. Play that 8 times. Once you've done that 8 times. And well done. Now if you want to learn more of the riff, leave a comment below and I can show you more. But that's it, first riff done. Let's head to the next one. Alright, so wherever I may roam, another cracking Metallica song. Grab your guitars, let's dive right in. So a lot of big sort of chords, and on the bridge pickup, of course, lots and lots of distortion. And the two sort of main chords that you sort of hear ringing out are a big E power chord with your first finger on the 2nd fret, or a different type of E chord with your first finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string. And playing that open E string as well, so it's kind of like an octave. We're going to start this riff where it really sort of gets going. Okay, so you want to start with your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. You play that open 6th string as well. Then, first finger all the way up to the 7th fret on the 5th string. You pick it once. You pick it again, but on the second time you pick it, you hammer on. So it sounds like this. Then hammer on with your 2nd finger on the 8th fret. Then you pick the 7th fret again. So pick the note, pick and hammer on, then just pick it again. You can put in a muted sort of quick E between, if you want. That sort of helps give it a bit more of a vibe as well. Once you've done the hammer on, picked again, you then play the same fret that you're on along with the open 6th string. And then we start the next part of the riff. So. Once you've done that, you move your first finger down a string to the 5th fret. You play it, then you play it again, but slide up to the 7th. Then 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the string above. So that last bit. Then first finger back on the 7th fret of the 5th string, and you play that with the open 6th string. Then up to like the tail. So what we've got so far. Then open again. Then back to that first riff, you play your first finger, then you hammer on, back to 7th. Okay, let's go again. And that's the intro, really. Just slower, and they let it sort of ring out. And then you start to get up to a sort of galloping speed later on. Then the power chords you play, and if you're not playing power chords, you can play the 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, 8th fret. And you can play them individually with different fingers. Or the best way to play it is power chords like this. And then the riff starts again. And here's the whole thing. And there you go. You want to learn more? Leave a comment below and I can teach you more. But next riff. Alright, lots of different ways to play this classic riff. I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways. Heaps of fun to play. Lots of distortion. Enter Sandman. Here we go. So, you're going to start off by playing Metallica's favorite open chord, the E open chord. So you want to have your first finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, and you want to play that and the 6th string open. Okay. Once you've done that, you want to slide with your 3rd finger. I'd say slide from the 5th fret of the 5th string to the 7th fret. So. Once you can do that, use your 2nd finger on the 6th fret on the E string. Once you can do that, use your 2nd finger on the 6th fret of the E string and your 1st finger on the 5th fret of the E string. Put it together. Now what I've seen them do sort of live and in some of the recordings is they put a quick palm mute after they've done the riff. Let's learn the next bit. I'll show you with just 1 or 2 fingers, then I'll show you the power chord. It sounds so much thicker at the power chord. I'll show you that last part just with 1 or 2 fingers, then I'll show you the power chord. So you play the 3rd fret, then open 6th string, then 2nd fret, then open. That's what we've got so far. Then 2nd, 3rd, then 2nd, then open again. I know it's a mouthful, right? Now it's going to sound way better if you're using the meaty part of your palm to palm mute that whole thing. And then you end, I should say, with the 1st finger on the 2nd fret and another power chord, open E. Now, this is how I would play it as actual power chords. So you've got your fingers like this, 1st finger and your 3rd finger, making a power chord, and turn it into power chords. Now, every time you see that open, when you're playing the power chords, just move your 1st finger off, but keep palm muting. So your 3rd finger doesn't have to go anywhere, just move your 1st finger off. Does that make sort of sense? But yeah, that's it. That's the entire riff. So, if you want to learn more of Enter Sandman, leave a comment and let me know, but otherwise, next riff. Alright, of Woofin' Man, lots of distortion, here we go. So this song's a little bit tricky and it's all based on this sort of rhythmic sort of sound. You use the meaty part of your palm to palm mute and you're doing 2 down strums, 1 up strum. So just get that happening. Maybe you can use this hand to mute if you want. So see, it's all over there. Let me play the whole riff really slow so you can hear it. So get that rhythm first. 1st chord is your 1st finger on the 1st fret of the 6th string. You can play it with 1 finger if you want. I'll show you the 1 finger version, then I'll show you the power chord version. So play that with 1 finger. Then you play your 1st finger on the 2nd fret and you play that big chunky E chord. So do the rhythm. You're halfway there. Once you can do that, turn it into a power chord. Just practice that. Once you can do that, you join the next part up. So, let's do it again from the beginning. Then, do the same rhythm again. This time, you want your 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string. Then you move back a fret, same string. And that's it. So, 1st part. 2nd part. And then, if you can, turn it into power chords, that 2nd part. Put them both together. So again, it's quite fast, but break it down, go nice and slow. Now, if you want to learn more of the song, definitely leave a comment and let me know, but it's quite tricky to get that sort of galloping. So good luck. Let's do the next riff. Heaps of fun to play. I know it sounds tricky, it looks tricky. If you break it down and you learn it piece by piece, I think you can play it. Grab a guitar, let's check it out. So, Master Puppets. Heaps of fun to play. So, I'm going to show you how to use maybe the right fingers, or at least the fingers that I use, and I think the fingers that will help you. So let's check that out. So, first, starts with Metallica's favorite chord, that open E power chord. Play it really quick. I know there's a bit of delay going on in my signal. but yours will get completely cut out. So once you've done that, first finger all the way up to the 10th fret, and you turn that into a power chord. If you weren't playing a power chord, you play 10, 9, and 8. So, if you're playing it as power chords, and that's the intro. Well done. Then it starts off the main riff. Now every time you see below an open 6th string, it's palm muted, using the thickest part of your palm instead of sounding like this. So let's start again. Okay, then 2 open, chugged 6 strings. You play the 12th fret, then you chug again twice, then 11th fret, then you chug again, then you play those same 3 chords that we started with, 10, 9, 8. So. Just try and get that to begin with. And you've pretty much done half the riff. So maybe just work on that part and then build up speed. Now play the riff one more time before you get sick of it, and then show you the second part. This is the second part. Again, chug twice. 7th fret, chug twice. 6th fret, chug twice. I would just focus on that. I would just focus on because then it changes and it can throw some people off, but it's nowhere near as hard as it seems. But think of it as being 3 separate parts. So the first part, second part, third part. Now you're up to the 4th part. As soon as you play that 5th fret, you no longer chug, or you no longer do 2 of the open strings. You do 1, and that's what always confuses people. So then open once, 4th fret, open once, 3rd fret, open once, then 2nd and 1st fret, and you're done. And there's no open between the 2nd and 1st fret. So that last part, let's go from the 7th fret. So just from the 5th fret. And that's it. So break it up like that. I'm going to play the whole thing nice and slowly. I'm going to play that awesome riff one more time. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you had fun. If there's any of these riffs that you want to learn more of, or more of the song, leave a comment below. If you want to learn another top 5 from another band like Queen or AC/DC, again, leave a comment. If you're having trouble and you want some help, leave a comment below and I can pick your comment out from other people and I can make a video, or hit me up on my social media. Otherwise, hope you like this new series. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you again in a couple of days.